There was a time I actually dreaded opening my eyes. Not because I was lazy, but because I felt completely empty. Every single morning was just Groundhog Day, fueled by a low-level hum of anxiety. Hit snooze, scroll through digital garbage, rush to work, repeat the regret. Then I stopped trying to fix my life and just started fixing one mechanical error, then another. Look, I went from a drained zombie to a calm, high-output human being. No magic, no miracle morning fluff, just tactical wins. And now, I actually want to be awake. I'm going to give you the blueprint. If you are ready to stop being a passenger in your own brain, smash that like button and click subscribe. It really helps with the algorithm. Let's reclaim your time. Step 1. Own the silence before the world wakes up. You don't need a 4 a.m. badge of honor to prove you're disciplined. You just need a window of time that belongs strictly to you. See, for thousands of years, our ancestors didn't wake up to a buzzing rectangle of blue light. They woke up to the gradual shift of the horizon. There was a natural, quiet buffer between sleep and the hunt. Today, we've deleted that buffer. Your brain is in a hypnopompic state when you first wake up. This is the bridge between the subconscious and the alert world. If you flood it with cortisol from social media headlines or work emails instantly, you are literally frying your focus for the next 16 hours. You're training your brain to be reactive rather than proactive. That's why I hit the deck at 5:45, not because it's trendy, but because the world isn't tugging at my sleeve yet. No emails, no deadlines, no digital noise. That's where you build your inner fortress. I don't negotiate with my blanket. I plant my feet and acknowledge the opportunity. If you're a snooze button addict, here is the forensic fix. Put your phone in another room and buy a $10 analog alarm. It can't open TikTok, but it can save your soul. Step 2. The cold reset. Let's be real. I used to think cold showers were for masochists. Then I did it and I absolutely hated it, which is exactly why it's non-negotiable. Comfort is a clever liar. It tells you that softness is self-care, but discipline is what builds the life you actually want to live. From an evolutionary perspective, this is environmental hormesis. Our ancestors faced the elements. We evolved to thrive when challenged by temperature. Modern comfort has made our nervous systems fragile. That cold shock triggers a massive release of norepinephrine and a dopamine surge that stays elevated for hours. Unlike the spike and crash of coffee, this is steady, clean fuel. By introducing that cold shock, you are signaling to your ancient survival brain that the hunt has begun. This clears out brain fog faster than any double espresso ever could. You are moving from a state of hibernation to apex performance in 60 seconds. Do it, hate it, and then thank yourself for the rest of the day. Step 3. Protect the stillness. 10 minutes, no Wi-Fi, no noise, just you and the air in your lungs. We crave distraction like oxygen because we've forgotten how to be alone with our thoughts, but clarity only shows up when the noise dies down. Constant input keeps your amygdala, the fear center, on high alert. Stillness activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for strategy and impulse control. This is where you audit your internal software. Are you running on Fear 2.0 or Strategy 1.1? If you don't direct your day, the algorithm will. I sit, I breathe, sometimes I meditate. Sometimes I just ask, who am I showing up as today? This isn't about religion, it's about reconnecting with your values. If you don't define your mission in the silence, the world will define it for you in the chaos. Step 4. Tactical journaling. This isn't Dear Diary stuff. This is a strategy session with your own brain. Since the dawn of civilization, the greatest minds, from Marcus Aurelius to Da Vinci, documented their thoughts because they knew a thought unwritten is a thought lost to the chaos. Writing by hand engages a neurocircuitry called the reticular activating system. It tells your brain, this information is important. Filter the world to help me achieve this. You are literally coding your subconscious. 3 bullets. What am I grateful for? What would make today a win? And what's one thing I must avoid? It's a compass. Without it, you drift. And don't tell me you don't have time. Check your screen time. You gave the Explore page an hour yesterday. You can give yourself 10 minutes. One day, my must avoid was checking email before 10 a.m. That saved me 3 hours of anxiety. Use the data to lead yourself. Step 5. Move or stay stuck. Look, motion creates emotion. The human body was designed for the persistence hunt. We were meant to move across landscapes. A sedentary morning is a biological mismatch that leads to metabolic and mental decay. You want clarity? Move. You want confidence? Move. Movement flushes out cortisol, the stress hormone that makes you feel like the world is ending when you see a notification. It floods the brain with BDNF, which is like miracle grow for your brain cells. It literally makes you sharper and more resilient to stress throughout the afternoon. It doesn't have to be a CrossFit assault. Stretch, walk, lift. Just tell your body, we are in charge today. I do 25 minutes of weights and incline walking. That sweat isn't just physical, it's an identity shift. It tells your nervous system that you are the hunter, not the prey. You stop asking, can I handle this, and start saying, try me. Step 6, the energy audit. Energy isn't about caffeine, it's about alignment. In a tribe, you had to be aware of the energy of the group to survive. Today, we are exposed to the energy of millions of people through a screen. We are suffering from energy contagion. Your heart rate variability is a direct indicator of how stressed your nervous system is. After I move, I check in. Am I tense, foggy? Energy leaks kill progress. One snarky text or one look at a perfect life on Instagram can derail your whole morning if you aren't wearing your focus armor. If you feel a leak, plug it immediately. Perform a brain dump. If you're anxious, write every single thing bothering you on a scrap of paper, then throw it away. You're deleting the cache. Refocus on your daily win. Your response to the world is the only thing you truly own. Step 7. Programming your fuel. Junk in, junk out. For 99% of human history, food was scarce and nutrient-dense. Today, it's abundant and nutrient-dead. I used to crash by 10 a.m. because I was eating sugar bombs for breakfast. Glucose spikes lead to insulin crashes. If your breakfast is all sugar, your brain enters a fog before the day even starts. Think of your brain like a high-performance engine. You wouldn't put cheap, watered-down fuel in a Ferrari, so why do it to your prefrontal cortex? High protein, slow carbs, and hydration keep the logic centers of the brain running smooth. When you fuel your body like it actually matters, your brain gets the message, we're doing important work today. Drink 16 ounces of water with a pinch of sea salt first thing. Most morning fatigue is actually just overnight dehydration. Fix the biology and the psychology follows. Step 8. Symbolism in the mirror. Skincare sounds soft, but it's symbolic. Ritual cleansing is found in every major culture in history. It marks the transition from one state of being to another. Washing your face with intention is like wiping off yesterday's failures. Facial stimulation activates the vagus nerve, which can manually lower your heart rate and bring you into a state of calm authority. Use ice water. It closes the pores and shocks the last bit of sleep out of your system. When you look in the mirror and see effort, you start acting like someone who puts in effort. It's a physical boundary between who you were and who you are becoming. Treat your face like it's not disposable, and you'll treat your time the same way. Step 9. Produce before you consume. The old me started the day reacting to memes and news. News, memes, people yelling on Twitter. Now I build. I write ideas, I plan, I create. Humans are creators by nature. When we move into a consumer-only state, we lose our sense of purpose. Consuming triggers passive dopamine. Creating triggers active dopamine. One makes you a puppet, the other makes you a producer. Even if it's just 5 minutes of sketching or writing one paragraph, do something before you let the world make you react. This one shift will rewire your whole identity. You stop being a spectator in other people's lives and start being the architect of your own. Write down 3 ideas for your business or life before you check a single notification. Be the source, not the echo. Here's the secret most people miss. This routine isn't about doing more, it's about being more. We live in an era of lifestyle creep, where we think we need more stuff, more apps, more hacks, but the real win is minimalist efficiency. Every habit you add to this morning fortress is a brick in your defense against the chaos of the modern world. When you own the first 90 minutes, you own the next 12 hours. The math is undeniable. You are stacking the deck in your favor while everyone else is still shuffling the cards. The The distance between who you are and who you want to be is separated only by the systems you choose to run. Professionals don't wait for motivation. They rely on automaticity of their systems. When you stop asking your feelings for permission, you unlock a level of freedom that 99% of people will never experience. This routine didn't fall from the sky. I stacked it layer by layer, like bricks in a wall. Start small, pick one step, just one. Master it for a week, then add the next. The goal isn't a perfect morning. The goal is to own it. Stop chasing your life and start building it. But hey, that's just one perspective. Shift your point of view and the whole picture changes. Thanks for watching.